Hello boys and girls! Today we're going to continue learning about space and about the scientists that study space. Yesterday we learned about astronomer. You remember? Astronomer is the scientist that studies the universe, that studies planets, that studies solar system, that studies the stars, that studies galaxies, and that studies asteroids. You remember? They study a lot of things. But today we're going to learn about the person that goes to the moon. The person that goes to the moon. Do you know the name? What is the name of this person that goes to the moon? ¿Cómo se llama la persona que va a la luna? Yes, astronaut. Excellent. Astronaut is the person that goes to the moon. So, astronaut is the one that gets on the rocket, el que se monta en el rocket, en el cohete o en la spaceship o en la nave espacial, and he goes to the moon. Astronaut, today the name of the book is Astronaut Exploring Space by Colin Sexton. Colin Sexton is the author of the book. So, Astronaut Exploring Space. Ready? Very good. Let's start. Astronauts are people who fly space shuttles or work in space. The word astronaut means star sailor. People who become astronauts work in many different jobs. Some are in military, some are scientists, engineers, doctors, or teachers. Teachers can be astronauts too. Do you imagine Miss Sandra being an astronaut and going to the moon? Wow, yes, that will be mind-blowing. But it can be possible. Teachers, doctors, even Dr. Josue, your mom can be an astronaut, your mom can become an astronaut and go to the moon. Puede convertirse en una astronaut porque puede estudiar y también ir a la moon, si ella quiere, ¿verdad? O sea, hay doctors, hay teachers, hay scientists que si quieren convertirse en astronauts, pueden hacerlo e ir a la luna. So, astronauts, anyone can be an astronaut. Cualquiera puede ser un astronaut. And remember, astronaut means star sailor. Star sailor. Wow, this is great. There are different kinds of astronauts. Some astronauts are pilots. They fly space shuttles. Algunos astronauts, like these ones, are pilots. Así como los que manejan los aviones. This type of astronaut, este tipo de astronaut, es el que maneja la nave espacial. Pilots can also be commanders. A commander is in charge of a space shuttle and makes sure everyone aboard is safe. He is a commander. This is another type of astronaut. Astronauts can be pilot or can be commanders. Pilot or commanders. Pilot are the ones who drive the space shuttle, and commanders are the one who takes care of the space shuttle. They are looking and making sure that everybody on the space shuttle is doing good. So that's a commander. It's like a captain. Es como un capitán. So the commander is the captain of the space shuttle. Some astronauts are mission specialists. Son especialistas de misiones. They make sure the space shuttle systems work correctly. Payload specialists are also members of space shuttle crews. They're not trained as astronauts. Their job is to work on experiments. Look, he is a payload specialist. He makes experiments and he is an astronaut mission specialist. Este es un especial de misiones. Astronauts train at the Johnson Space Center in Texas. Los astronauts se entrenan en un lugar que se llama Space Center y está en Texas, en los Estados Unidos. Y miren cómo se entrenan. They take science classes and study how space shuttles work. They often practice using tools and machines. Estudian mucha science para poder ser scientists. Sometimes they train underwater to feel like they are in space. Miren, ese astronaut está abajo del agua. Eso es como una piscina, creo yo. Yes, it's like a pool. Está entrenando bajo agua para sentir para que se sienta, para probar cómo se siente being in space. So, astronauts entrenan bajo el agua para sentir el peso y sentir cómo es estar en el space. So, astronauts have to be strong and super smart. Tienen que estudiar mucho y poner mucha atención. Astronauts learn how to survive a crash landing on Earth. They practice using parachutes and swimming in flight suits. They learn how to survive if the space shuttle crashes on Earth. They know how to survive. And astronauts train for about 3 years and then they're ready to blast off into space. Look, astronauts se entrenan por 3 años, 3 years they're trained. And after those 3 years, they're ready to blast off and go to space. There is a little gravity in space. Astronauts are weightless. They float from place to place inside the shuttle. Astronauts strap themselves onto special beds or into sleeping bags to sleep. Look, in space there's no gravity. So the astronauts, they flotan en el espacio dentro de la nave espacial. Los astronauts flotan porque allá no hay gravity, so they float. And they have to tie up their beds, tienen que amarrar las beds o la sleeping bag, porque si no entonces se queda flotando también la bed. Astronauts must be careful when they eat. Their food can float away. Look, they have to be careful. Tienen que tener cuidado cuando comen porque su comida puede flotar because there's no gravity. So food can float away. Astronauts have a mission. Every time they travel to space, they sometimes bring supplies to space station where other astronauts live and work. Los astronauts siempre tienen una misión para ir a la Moon. No solo van así porque quieren ir de vacaciones a la Moon. Ellos van con una misión. A veces es porque tienen que llevarles comida a los astronauts que están en la estación del espacio. Astronauts may bring a satellite in the space shuttle. The pilot uses a robot arm to put the satellite into orbit. Look, this is the space shuttle and the astronaut is using a robot to put them in orbit. That's an astronaut. Oof, scary, look, he's floating. Scares. Mission specialists might make a spacewalk to fix part of a space station. They wear special suits. Necesitan un super traje especial para poder estar ahí. Porque no hay gravity, no hay air, so they need super special suit to be there. The astronauts are ready to go home. The pilots fire the engines and steers the space shuttle back to Earth. Look at the space shuttle. The astronauts shut down the space shuttle controls. They're ready to leave the space shuttle. Mission complete. La misión está completada. Miren, el satellite se despega, la space shuttle se despega del satellite and they leave, se van. Y aquí está llegando ya a la Earth. Colorín colorado, este cuento se acaba.